We rely on lots of things without a second thought. Bridges, elevators, and chairs are all good examples. Let me tell you about the time a 3-mile bridge that I frequently drive across broke in the middle during rush hour. There's a lesson to be learned there, and you don't want to miss it. Well, before we get to bridges and bombs, welcome to Mornings with Bishop Robert. One of the safest places on the internet is right here in my study. My goal is to introduce people to the Jesus they never knew and help them get to know him and his word personally and better. So if you learn something about bridges or faith from today's discussion, let me invite you to like, subscribe, and share it with a friend. Well, about a year ago, the major bridge crossing the river near where I live broke during the morning rush hour. Something called a finger joint snapped, and that section of the roadway dropped a number of inches. All traffic across the bridge was immediately shut down until emergency repairs could be made. Now, when the bridge is broken, you've got some choices. No one suggested, let's just keep an eye on it, see how long the bridge holds out. It'll probably be okay. Because videos of cars careening off the edge of a collapsed bridge, highlighting their local news, well, that's bad for tourism. I'm also not aware of anyone sneaking around the closure signs and traffic cones to kind of, give it their best shot. For the record, trying to cross a chasm in 2 jumps is a lousy strategy. The bridge being out frustrated a lot of people. Funny thing though, no one got angry at being told the bridge was out. In fact, not being told would have been a lot worse. Well, enter God and our verse for today. The Lord is good, a stronghold in the day of trouble, and he knows those who take refuge in him. God is good, and he's willing to tell you about life-threatening problems up ahead. Sometimes the bridge is out on the road we're driving. If you keep going, there's going to be pain, destruction, perhaps death. God knows. And he's outlined things in his word that pretty clearly tell us about roads to avoid. And if you're on one of those roads, you've only got 2 choices. Choice number 1, you can keep going. You can, really. You can ignore the signs that say bridge out ahead and drive merrily on your way. Well, you can even look at the road where you are right now and just say, it looks fine. But that won't fix the bridge. And the bridge is out. Choice number 2 is to turn around. Follow the instructions. Take the detour. Sure, you might feel frustrated and inconvenienced, but at least you'll arrive alive. In other words, you can find a safe route to a safe place. Because he is a stronghold in the day of trouble, God is always a safe place. Like the mountain castle in today's image, he provides us with a haven, rest, provision, healing, all found in him. And the best part? Well, you're invited in, and the door's open. See, God knows you by name, and he sent you a personalized invitation. Hey, you're watching it. There are times when we think we're completely safe, even when we're not. The Honolulu Star Bulletin, one of Hawaii's largest newspapers at the time, ran a column on September 6th, 1941, that said, a Japanese attack on Hawaii is regarded as the most unlikely thing in the world, with 1 chance in a million of being successful. Besides having the more powerful defenses than any other post under the American flag, it's protected by distance. Yeah. In fact, a raid from Japan was considered so improbable that it was a long-standing joke. If you spotted a funny little boat on the horizon, people would laugh and say, Here come the Japanese. In much the same way as you might tell a youngster, "Ooh, look out for the boogeyman." But no one was laughing on December 7th, 1941, when the Japanese pulled off the most unlikely thing in the world. Friend, when life sends you scrambling and looking for safety, as it sooner or later will, remember that the Lord is good. When you're searching for your safe place, don't forget that God is a stronghold in the day of trouble. And He has prepared a place for you. He wants you to come take it. It's a place where you'll be safe. And it's not just an empty room available to the next guest like some hotel. It's a place with your name on it, because He knows those who take refuge in Him. Well, will the road you're on take you where you really want to be? Or is your bridge out? Hey, as we wrap up, can we work together to warn people the bridge is out ahead? Help me introduce people to the Jesus they never knew, and help them get to know Him and His Word personally and better. Please like this video so more people will see it. And then click follow or subscribe so that you and I can get together every day. And one more thing. Share this with a friend, would you? Because as you do, you're part of the team, touching hearts all over the world with the love of Jesus. Thanks for helping.